Hi everyone, Brett McRae here on the Northern Ag Network with your Farm and Ranch News. Well, wolves have been gone from Colorado since the 1940s. But last week, the state reintroduced the large predators onto its landscape after Colorado voters passed a ballot initiative to do so in 2020. Ranchers in the state are worried about wolves killing their livestock and the effect on their livelihood. Groups representing cattle producers lost an appeal against wolf reintroduction in federal court this month. District Court Judge Regina Rodriguez said compensation from the Colorado Parks and Wildlife Commission would prevent ranchers from suffering, quote, irreparable harm from economic losses thanks to wolf predation. Wolves reintroduced from Colorado came from Oregon. The National Grain and Feed Association has raised concerns that a $1 billion conservation plan and settlement from the federal government is the beginning of an attempt to remove 4 critical navigational dams on the lower Snake River. The $1 billion provided to Washington and Oregon Native American tribes to help conserve salmon in the Columbia and Snake River system will be used to look at the implications for a loss of hydropower and navigation on the river system should Congress ever decide to remove the dams. The dams support about 100 million bushels of wheat exports out of the Pacific Northwest and generate electricity for 3 million customers in the region. Thanks for tuning in to your Ag Report. We'll be back in an hour with your markets.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought, there always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps, but it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Hi everyone, I'm Brett McRae back with your ag news and markets. DTN's Chris Clayton writes that more cattle producers than ever before utilized livestock risk protection in 2023. The number of livestock policies and the value of liability coverage in the risk management program both essentially doubled over the past few years. The data from USDA's risk management agency shows that livestock policies jumped from $7,014 billion in liability coverage in 2021 to 16,300 policies in 2023 and almost $26.5 billion in liability coverage. This year, producers focused more heavily on feeder cattle contracts than fed cattle. It looks like that trend will continue upward. More than 21,000 feeder cattle policies have already been sold for 2024. Cash cattle trade last week was firm, averaging $171 for live cattle and $270 in the beef. Last week, Sydney Livestock traded a few feeder cattle, light 4-weight steers, mostly from $3 to $3.50, and on the heifer side, 4-weight calves from $260 to $297. The heavy lambs over 150 pounds in Sioux Falls last week from $160 to $168, and substantially higher trade to begin a shorter week of business so far in the grain markets. Traders buying the short position in low-volume holiday trade on Tuesday. On Friday, U.S. Customs opened critical rail crossings into Mexico, allowing grain trade to resume with that country. That's all for your Ag Report. Have a great day.